Ha! Hey, I totally just made the table move. Ha! Hello, welcome to my review slash general chat about Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight and a little bit of Heir of Fire, which I'm currently reading. So let's get started. How lame is that? Having my notes helped me actually say everything that I want to say, because when I'm editing videos, usually I'm like, ugh, I forgot to say all of these things. So maybe this will help cut that down. Like, even when I was editing the Outlander thing, and even though that's like almost 15 minutes, I was like, I still didn't talk about so many things. But anyway, today we're going to talk about Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Heir of Glass on Bookstahuda. I'm Sandy, and let's get going with this. Anyway, as you can tell, I sort of dressed up, like, this is the most Kalina outfit I have. I say Kalena, I don't know. Selena is just too Sailor Moon for me, so I've been saying Selena. So, if it's not that, oh well, that's what I say. I say Cole, I guess, and Dorian is finally one that you can make sense of. This is gonna have some spoilers in it, like not massive ones, but yeah, I guess, because I want to talk about all three of these books, so obviously I have to talk about developments of plot that have happened. And so if you haven't read any of these three books and you don't want to have them spoiled, wait until you're done, or just watch ahead, but you've been warned. Spoilers coming. So you know it would take a lot to get me to put down my beautiful Outlander. But I was commenting on things with Erin Dillman, and I was like, oh, let me know when you're going to start Crown of Midnight, and I'll start it too. And she said that she started a couple days ago, so I was like, alright, I'll put down Dragonfly of Amber. You know, I will just read 10 chapters a day, because this book, you know, the chapters aren't long, it'll be fine. Yeah, I read, like, I pushed myself through the first 7 chapters, and then I finished the whole book in a day and a half. Again, this is a library copy, and when I have a job again, I want to buy all of these in hardcover, because even though they're, you know, kind of, I really like these covers. I really like the UK versions a lot. Like the white, I think that's a lot classier than this. Why is everything in the UK classier than in the America? Because pinky's up, I guess. I don't know. I really like these covers. I love how it's one outfit on the back, one on the front. Because I really like her dresses that she wears. Who wouldn't? They're pretty. I was a little, you know, I wasn't sure if I even wanted to read Crown of Midnight because of how I felt about Throne of Glass, at least in the beginning. I read the first Throne of Glass book on Kindle for about halfway through until I got sick of reading it, and I was like, I'm just going to rent it from the library. Because I have a hard time retaining things that I read on Kindle. I think the book was like $3, so I bought it on Kindle. And now I'm glad that I still have it, but as I said already, I do want to have like all of the books because they're pretty. I read Throne of Glass, like I started reading it again recently when I was at Cedar Point with my friends waiting for them to get off of the rides, and the only Kindle book that I had on my phone was Throne of Glass that I hadn't already read. And I got intrigued enough to get the book from the library and ended up finishing it because I was so far into it, I was like, I might as well finish it. And then I really liked the end of the book, and as I said in the other video, I found out that Sarah J. Maas took about 10 years to write that book, which makes a lot of sense to me considering how much more I liked the end versus the beginning, because I felt the writing was a lot better at the end. It seemed to have more of a purpose, it seemed more focused, and thankfully, Crown of Midnight did not disappoint in that department. It feels like Maas has grown a lot as a writer, and I liked it a lot better. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I don't hate Selena as much as I did in the first book, because I just didn't like her in Throne of Glass. I was like, none of her actions are like, she just doesn't intrigue me. I'm not compelled to vote for her or to root for her. The only character I really liked in the first one was Cole. And so yeah, let's just get out of the way. Team Cole! Team Cole! Okay? Team Cole! Yes! Which is of course why, like, I loved the middle of this book, and then got sad at a certain point because, well, you know what happens if you read it, and that was just sucky. It was really sucky, but I understand, but also boo. Well, I'm getting to like Selena more because she has understandable goals. I like what she's trying to do. I think I like that she finally is taking responsibility for some things, and I could tell Nehemia was gonna go. I was like, you know, normally the heroine in these scenarios doesn't have a best friend like this, and then I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Then there was that weird chapter that's like half a page long where it's the princess and the queen are talking. I'm like, that's Nehemia and Elena. Yeah. She's going to die. And I was right. Which is sad because I had just fan casted Fang from Final Fantasy 13 as Nehemia, and, you know, Fang is a very strong, wonderful woman, and I was like, I think Nehemia is okay to do that, and then she died. I was like, Fang would not have died. Fang would have killed them. She would have, Grave would not have gotten anywhere near her. Yeah, I'm like a fourth of the way into Heir of Glass now, because I really was like, oh, I could buy the hardcover, or I could read the Kindle one right now. So I bought the Kindle version. Yeah, I ended up reading for like another 2 hours. So that is happening. And I'm reading it, like, not on my phone, I'm reading it on my iPad this time. This is my iPad. Here we are. How far are we in? I'm 17% in. I'm on page 90 of 563. I'm happy this book is longer. The witches are having a get-together where I'm at right now. And I love Cole so much that I'm afraid that I'm going to become Team Rowan, because Rowan just seems like Cole 2.0. Like, he's a trainer, he's hot, he's athletic, he's immortal, he's a fae. So he's gonna get Selena just as much as Cole did. He's gonna be snarkier. He has an awesome tattoo. Like, I go for the broody ones, okay? But Cole. I love Cole. I just, you know, and it doesn't hurt that I heard Tashapolis say that she fan casts people, and I was like, I should try that. Lee Pace as Cole is the best decision I've ever made. Yes. Another reason that I'm starting to like Selena a little bit more is Sarah J. Maas has finally decided to let us know a little about her past. That was getting so annoying. Like, you go through the entire first book not knowing anything about her past, really, except that it was sucky and horrible and people died, and we still don't know who Sam is. Like, what if she'd never gotten a third or a second book? Like, what if she'd never gotten another one published? Maybe she had already been, like, signed on for future books, but that is not good explication. Like, I don't know, maybe that's part of why people keep reading, but I like to know people's motivations up front. I don't like and there was a broody past and she shoved it down. No. Just tell me, okay? So I can identify with her, so I can understand what she's going through and what motivates all of the actions that she's taking. I want to know. And now I know that she's Aelin. I hate how unpronounceable all these names are. And I like that she's going to train more. Something I did like about Throne of Glass was that, you know, though Selena was training throughout that book, it was great that she wasn't thrown into something with no knowledge. I mean, I still love reading books like that. Hello. But it's nice when a character that's the main character already has some stuff prepared, like already has knowledge, doesn't have to go through that training montage. I love Mort. He genuinely had me cracking up. Also, I'm feeling bad for Dorian because I do like him, but he's not Cole, okay? He's not Cole. I like the Sorsha, however you say her name, developments that are happening. That's cute. I like that. And I'm happy that it's not going to be like him and Selena mewling over each other forever. I like that he was trying to let her go. I like that. It shows that he's growing as a character, and he's such a good guy to stand aside. And I like that. Also, I liked Archer. I could tell that he wasn't, like, I could see that something was up with him, but he was fun. I liked him quite a bit. Also, I like that we finally get Selena kicking some ass. It's not just her going, oh, I'm the baddest ass ever. Look at my sword. I'm so cool. No, there was, you know, actual butt kicking, which was great. When she goes and saves Cole from everybody, in that, when he gets kidnapped, when everything falls apart. I was like, finally! Finally! I gave this book a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads because, you know, it's not Outlander. It's not this. It's not Cassandra Clare. But it's really starting to grow on me. I think I probably only gave Throne of Glass like 3 stars, maybe. But I'm expecting to continue, like, if there was a 4.5, I think that's what Heir of Glass will get. I'm excited to continue the series on because I like where it's going. I like that the world is expanding. I would say, if you haven't read the series, then what are you doing watching this? Because I've given away so many of the plots. So many of the plot. So much of the plot. I wouldn't have kept reading this if it was not good. Like, I would have done my 10 chapters a day and then just kept reading Outlander for like 4 hours a day, which is what I was doing basically. Definitely the opinion of the people on the back that say it's like a page turner and everything is definitely true, and it's very fun. Very fun, very fast paced, and it's getting better, is all I can say. I'm sure Heir of Fire will be climbing the way. Let me know if you're Team Cole, Team Rowan, Team Dorian, Team Archer, Team... what other teams could there be? Team Roland? Maybe? This was the closest thing I had to an Eye of Elena in my closet. And I don't have an amethyst ring. I wanted to have that, but I don't. So thrift shopping. See you guys in my next video. Books to Huda! Thanks for watching. Someday I'll get a real setup. Anyway, I'm even making a stupid playlist, guys. I do this when I get really into books. Like, there's like 40 songs on my Outlander playlist right now. There's only 3 on my Cole and Selena list. But it's slowly growing. If you have recommendations, leave them in the comment box. Picking up the book I dropped. Okay! Outlander reference number 4, or whatever. I was trying to like have a skull in this video, and I don't have anything that's a skull because that's generally not my motif, but my parents have a crystal skull that used to be full of vodka. If you know that brand, maybe I can get that from them for future videos. Give me a second. Bloopers. I'm the baddest ass ever. Look at my sword. I'm so cool.